Imagine being a little kid, only 5 years old. You have a baby brother who is literally 8 months old. And one day, the person who is supposed to protect you most in the world, the woman who gave birth to you, just disappears. She runs off with some guy and leaves you behind. No goodbye, no explanation, just gone. Your father is left to pick up the pieces, and eventually he passes away too. You grow up with this massive, gaping hole where a mother should have been. You deal with depression, you deal with anxiety, you build a life from the ground up despite the trauma. You have your own child now, a daughter with special needs who has gone through 5 or 6 surgeries in just 2 years. You are drowning in your own responsibilities, fighting your own battles every single day. And then, 22 years later, the phone rings. Or worse, a legal notice arrives. The government is summoning you. Why? Because this woman, this person who hasn't been a mother to you for 2 decades, is now old, sick, and losing her mind. And suddenly, it's your problem. The state actually has the audacity to look at this girl and say, hey, we know she abandoned you when you were a toddler, but she's your biological mother, so you need to pay for her care and look after her. I can't even describe the level of rage I felt for her. She's shaking, she's terrified, she's taking antidepressants just to be able to walk into that hearing. She's bringing folders of documents, photos of her sick daughter, psychiatric reports of her own depression. She's literally having to build a legal defense to protect herself from being forced to care for her own abuser. It's insane. And the mother? Let's talk about her. She's not just some poor, sick old lady. She's out there causing chaos. She's calling the police in the middle of the night because she's hearing voices. She's accusing innocent people, like a poor elderly driver who was just doing his job, of horrible things that never happened. She's toxic. Even when this girl tried to forgive her in the past, even when she tried to have some kind of relationship, this woman would just use it as an opportunity to spit on the memory of the father who actually stayed. She would talk trash about a dead man who did the work she refused to do. It gets worse. This woman's granddaughter, her own blood and flesh, is suffering, going through surgery after surgery. Did she call? Did she check in? No, she used the child's illness as a way to attack the girl. She basically acted like it was some kind of karma. It's disgusting. It's genuinely sick. Then you have the brothers. One brother says he would literally rather go to jail than spend 1 second or 1 cent caring for that woman. I get it. I totally get it. Why should he? Why should any of them? Just because of a blood type? Just because of some DNA? The girl was so stressed, she couldn't even drive herself to the court. She had to have a friend take her. Can you imagine the trauma of being forced to face the person who ruined your childhood only for the government to tell you that you owe them something? The law in some places is so backwards. It's like the state fails to protect the child when they are abandoned, but the second the parent needs something, the state becomes a debt collector for them. Luckily, in this case, the prosecutor actually had a soul. They saw the evidence, they saw that there was zero emotional bond, they realized that you cannot demand a harvest from a field you never planted. They finally cleared the siblings of the responsibility of physical care, but there's still this looming cloud of financial responsibility. The social workers are saying a mental health facility costs thousands and thousands of dollars a month. Where is that money supposed to come from? This girl's already struggling to take care of her special needs daughter. Does the system really expect her to take food out of her child's mouth to pay for a woman who didn't care if she starved 20 years ago? It makes me so angry how society tries to guilt-trip victims of abandonment. They use words like forgiveness and honor your parents as weapons. Forgiveness is for your own peace of mind. It doesn't mean you become a doormat. It doesn't mean you owe your life to someone who threw yours away. This woman spent her entire life planting seeds of absence, bitterness, and chaos. And now that it's winter, she's surprised that her garden is empty. She is reaping exactly what she sowed: total isolation. It's a tragedy, sure, but it's a tragedy of her own making. You can't just show up 20 decades late and demand the benefits of a relationship you never built. Biology is an accident. Motherhood is a choice. She chose to leave. She chose to be a stranger, so now she gets to be treated like a stranger. It's harsh, but it's the truth. We have to stop forcing people to set themselves on fire just to keep their abusers warm. At the end of the day, this whole situation just proves that blood isn't always thicker than water. Sometimes blood is just a trail of evidence of the people who hurt you the most. We need to value the people who stay, the people who do the work, not just the people who happen to be there at the beginning and then checked out.